Hey, Lo, what's up, man? How's everything going?
Man, what's up? Man, everything's going good. Can't complain right now.
How's practice today, man? I watched that beat down y'all get them boys us now. That's what I like to see right there, man.
Man, last night was crazy. We was kind of clicking on all cylinders, especially defensively. Coach kind of we went all Memphis style basketball yesterday for 40 minutes. And
Yeah, yeah, that jumper going last night. I like that.
man, after I made the first one, I just kept my confidence up, man. And I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. And I mean, it's just finally showing in front of everybody.
Yeah, I love that, man. Hey, so talk to me a little bit about, man. You know me, I'm one of your biggest fans, man. People, they say what they want, but I'm a big defensive guy, as you know, man, and I've been watching for a long time. So talk to me about. I know I play with like Clyde Wade, and those guys grew up in the Ham. I'm gonna call it the Ham. I know a lot of people call it Big Hampton, but
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up in the Ham, knowing about Penny, playing for Penny in middle school and high school? What was you guys' relationship like outside of basketball? Because a lot of people just look at the basketball side of things, and
Mhm.
I tell people all the time they don't get what it means to have a relationship with someone like that.
Man, the whole everything's crazy. I actually grew up like my first couple of years. Almost just a regular neighborhood kid, going to school with my friends from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. But I didn't meet Penny or kind of know about him until my sixth grade year. Who he was, and he kind of explained us to him who we were. He was an NBA legend, and he gonna be here to help us out. So, man, it was from day one. He saw us play. He saw us hoop.
Yeah.
Assist the team, and was seeing who was who, and things like that. And I guess in all honesty, he kind of just fell in love with my game and my personality as a kid when I was younger, and it kind of brought us closer, connected us. Just me being myself every day, and him just coming in, helping us out, and just wanting to just help and give. So like with me kind of being kind of good at basketball and being very unselfish, just being a people's person and a good kid who didn't have much. He just wanted to just come and just do his best to help me in the team situation, around the time. And like he did a great job of basketball. Like he taught me a lot of things that a lot of people want to know, especially defensively. I got a lot of defensive tips from him. We can talk about that between us. We can't get the gifs out to the world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, the relationship that we had off the court, it's almost undescribable because some moments, he's like a father figure to me. He can discipline me as in like just let me know my rights from wrong. And then the next day, 2 days later, he can be like a big brother to me. He can talk to me about something that's going on in school or going on with women, or he kind of just kind of helped me out with life in general. It's more than basketball, and we kind of grew up in the same neighborhood. So growing up in the same neighborhood, we kind of know what the violence is like and like who the people are, that's kind of doing the things that's dangerous. And he always just did a good job of staying balanced, of just helping me to know who to be around, who not to be around, but while still maintaining a good relationship with that person. And he just kind of man, did a whole lot of things that he didn't have to do. Just put me on game about life, put me on
Yeah.
game about basketball. And he just did a great job of just being a good role model in every aspect of life, man. Like I said, like one moment he can be like a father figure, the next moment he can be like a big brother, and then another moment he can be like coach. So it's just like all in one. It's just something you can't ask for, man. God just blessed me with that situation.
You know what's so crazy, man? Like even for myself, I played there a long time ago, and when I played there, I knew who Penny was. I'm from Boston, so I knew who Penny was, and I'm like, man. So we get in the summer league. I'm sorry, in the summer, we're going to play pickup at like Ridgeway High School and some place like that, and Penny would be there, and I was culture shock. I was shocked. I'm like, oh shit, Penny Hardaway. Like, and the first time he talked to me, it was like what you were saying. He just pulled me to the side, put his arm around me, like, look, man, like, gave me so many pointers on like how to be a better player. He just talks to you as a hooper, and like he can lead you in so many ways mentally, man. It's crazy. So when you saying that to me, I kind of gave me a little flashbacks of like when we were in the bench, and like Penny would just pull me aside and talk to me like, you should have saw he was wide open. Don't throw it over the top. Bounce past that. Like, and just little things. So I do get what you're saying on that, man. So I was a big fan of yours. I lived in Memphis after I stopped playing professionally, and I watched you as a young kid. Obviously, you wouldn't know, but I watched you as a young kid, and then when you chose Wichita State, I was livid because I'm like, oh my God, going to Wichita State, that's my. And then when Penny got the Memphis, I said, I hope Alex turning around, man. He got to come home. So what was that like for you when you knew your role model, your idol, one of your idols, now is coaching the school that you probably wanted to play for the whole time, gets that job? What was it like? How hard was it for you to call Wichita State and to let them know, like, man, look, just understand what I'm about to tell y'all, but I got to go to Memphis, man.
The crazy thing about it, before Penny got the job, Wichita was kind of, trying to keep reassurance with me, like, just let me know, like, man, I know you're not going to leave us, kind of asking questions like that. And I never knew coach was going to get the job. So, like, if I would have knew that in high school, I would have never committed or would have never signed to Wichita State. And that's just being honest. But at the time, Wichita was kind of the best option for me with Coach Greg Marshall and the whole staff. Just for that moment of being, coming in as a freshman, I feel like those would kind of be the best situation for me, just basketball-wise. But once Coach Penny got the job, man, everything changed just because of who he is, the relationship we had. And I just felt like everything was going to go, like, best for me because I know he know the game. And he always just wants the best for his players no matter what. And, he know how basketball works. He know that everything not going to always go right. He also know that, man, just stay strong, just fight through whatever. And everything going to be good at the end. That's all that matters. Just keep working through everything. Just kind of stay strong. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, man, you're going to be what you want. You're going to be where you want to be. So that's kind of what I kind of try to do and try to go by.
So what was that like for you, man? Like high school, you're playing for Penny, one of the top high school teams in the country, if not number one in the counthere. AU, you guys one of the top teams on EYBL. Then you're Mr. Tennessee Player of the Year 2 years in a row. And here comes James Wiseman from Nashville to the East. What was it like as a point guard, as one of the leaders on the team? What was it like for you having to now, you know what, I won 2 Player of the Years in a row. I won 2 state titles already. Like, how do you embrace someone like that? How do you bring him in? How you feel? How you welcome him to East? How do you bring him into you guys' culture outside of AU? Because high school AU different. How do you bring him into that Memphis culture? Memphis is not it's not an easy city to be in. I've been to the game and they're yelling, ooh, like, if kids shoot threes. What was it like for you guys to get him adjusted as a leader? What did Penny kind of talk to you about how to get him acclimated to East high school basketball?
Man, that whole entire, like, high school run, middle school run, like, all that, it was like a movie. It was just like everything's just going right at the right time, all the time, every time. Man, I just thank God for those situations and for the opportunities that I had, because what I did and what me and Coach Penny did, it wasn't easy at all. It took a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, and we stayed on it, man. Every day, every position, everything. Like, it was eat, sleep, basketball, and that was kind of the mindset that he installed in me. And with James, like, it was kind of weird because I went from being the neighborhood kid that just wanted to beat the best team in the city, to beat the best team in the district, and every year it goes from beating the best team in the district to beating the best team in the state to beating the best team in the region. And now we're playing one of the best teams in the country. So I had to learn how to put myself in situations to where I was being the dog and attacking guys, and we wanted to win, to later on being the guy that everybody wanted to attack and kind of turn it around. But one thing about Penny, we always stayed people that wanted to attack, whether we was number 1 in the country or not ranked at all. He did a great job of keeping the entire team with their mindset. So when James came around, we just let him be himself. What we did was mainly just let them know like we're tough. At the end of the day, you can have all the skill, but we're just gonna be tough. James, you be yourself. Man, we're gonna be physical with you. We want you to be just as physical with us back, and that's also when we go out there, we're gonna go to war together. And that's kind of what it was with James. We let him be himself, but we just want to kind of make him more physical and like let him know like we're a family. We got a lot of memories with James in high school, man. Like, we just had a lot of fun with each other.
How was that for y'all, man? That got to be tough because, like you said, man, like I said, you led your high school team to multiple state championships. You get to Memphis, man, and one of your high school teammates come to Memphis. They pulled the BS that they pulled and they didn't let them play. I was mad just like everybody else. Like I was on a team.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was it like for you seeing someone that like a little brother to you being so disappointed? And Penny kept all you guys upbeat. That had to be a tough situation. Just not as a team, but just for you personally. Malcolm personally, Penny, because you guys all had just such a tight bond. Like, like I talked to Penny about it earlier when I had him on the pod, and he just said, like, it sucked because the kid did nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and they made a decision, and, I think, as a team, it hurt the program because you guys did very well anyways, but he would obviously help tremendously. So, and you guys alone, you and him alone, had that connection. And you've seen it in games when he played that you guys just had a connection that you couldn't teach. So what was it like for you missing that, even though Precious was a huge piece and the other guys stepped up, but missing one of your main guys? Like, what was that like?
And it was a season changer. Just because James just made a lot of things 100 times easier, especially for a point guard. And especially for a guy like him, his caliber, his athleticism, his hunger, his determination, and he always going to finish strong every time. So me as a point guard, I'm always going to see him when he outworks another big down low, and it's just an easy assist. Just throw the ball up and just let him do the work. It's really nothing that I'm doing. I'm just kind of just being a point guard and just kind of trying to throw a misdirection to everybody else. But the whole time I'm just waiting on James to outwork his man and get position for that ball. And me and him kind of just had a great connection with it. He always kept eye contact with me. So that's kind of another thing. And that's really mainly from the relationship we had off the court. Me and James, I used to always go over his house, play the game. Me, his mom and sister, they cook, and we used to eat rotel and just have a good time. And that was kind of, the lifestyle, me and James, play 2K. So the relationship off the court kind of, I feel like that's a big thing because it does make the connection better on the court also.
So how is that for you now, man? Like you're a leader on that team. I tell you all the time, you can watch, and if you don't start, you're the main guy standing up cheering for everybody. If you start, you positive, you get in the game, you getting your teammates together. What's that like for you, man? What's it like been for you this year, gathering everybody? The expectation was high. I think like you could say, yourself, but things happen, man. Rocky, we had a little rocky. I say we because I feel like I'm on the team. Yep. We had a rocky start, but we're getting it together. And I think like we're playing better defensively, offensively now. Everyone's starting to score. I think guys are starting to understand roles and things of that nature. You stayed consistent, like which obviously effort has always been there, defense has always been there. But as a former captain and a leader, your leadership shows. You're gathering guys during free throws. You're gathering guys on the bench. You're standing up when you come out the game. You're the first guy standing up, cheering your guys on, helping guys, coaching guys. And I'm like, man, that's Penny. That's little Penny. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's coaching. He's a coach as well. What's that been like for you? You've been through the ups and downs in your years at Memphis. What's it like for you keeping the younger guys and keeping guys who haven't been through those, as we know, is tough in college? So like, what's it like for you, man? Like trying to keep guys at ease and on how things are going this season.
Man, one thing I can say, Coach Penny kind of just got me mentally ready for this. With just over the years, like I said, he did a great job with teaching me just about the situation in life. So I kind of apply life, basketball, and like just everything into it. So one way to keep me level-headed and keep me encouraged and keep me to go hard and grind is just knowing that I'm in a blessed situation. First of all, I'm in a fortunate situation. I really don't supposed to be here to the percentages, so I kind of just look at everything at that aspect. So with going into things and going into situations, and with when seeing players get frustrated because they might not be playing bad, or they might be playing bad and they might be doing well, I kind of just go back to my freshman year when I got a lot of backlash and, a lot of things like that. And I'm like, man, it don't worry about that, So I kind of learned through experience. So it's easier when you've been through almost everything, mentally, basketball-wise, that you can just stay level-headed. I look at basketball. The season is a roller coaster. You're gonna have a lot of ups. You're gonna have a lot of downs. But you can't never put your head too high, even on your ups, and you can't never put your head too low on your downs. And that's just something that I personally learned, and just stay even keeled the whole time. Even if you're on a high, just stay even keeled. Don't start to think you're better than the next person. Don't start to think you can stop working because everything's going good. But even when everything's going bad, that don't mean you got to give up or stop playing. It just means you got to work hard. And I feel like on the roller coaster, on the ride, when you're on your down parts, I feel like that's not a bad thing at all. It shows who you are. And I've been in that situation more than once. And, being in that situation kind of it gives you time to just reevaluate everything, take a step back, just calm down, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't get no lower than this. So the only way I can go right now is up,
I think for me too, man, my senior year at Memphis, we started off 1-5 or 1-4, something like that. Like we didn't, we started off rock. We lost Derrick Rose. We lost, we had Tyreek Evans. We had players, but we just didn't get it. And I think that's what I try to tell fans, and I try to tell people when I talk about Memphis basketball. It's not about we don't have the talent. It's not about the coaching, because the coach, you can tell Penny's coaching is sometimes as a unit, you just don't get it right away. You got new players and new pieces. That shit is hard. It's not easy to just say, okay, yeah.
It's not easy.
It's tough now with COVID, so I can only imagine trying to insert guys into your system, and you can't play pickup like you were used to in the summers. It's so difficult, and I'm like, they're going to get it. At some point, they get it. And I tell people, and I love everybody on the team, but you and DJ are my favorite. And it's crazy because I watched you as a youngin', and Chris Style, the barber, he was the first person to tell me about you years ago. That's my guy. And DJ, I met DJ when he was young. Yeah. I met DJ when he was younger, man. So I always paid attention. And Chris Style, he's talking about, man, we got a kid coming. Remember, he played defense like he played D like you. And I'm like, so when I watch you, I just love what you bring. Every night, you're going to know Alex is going to give it his all. Whoever he's covering, we're defenders. Some people are going to score, they're going to make tough shots, but it's going to be the toughest shot they ever made.
I feel like if somebody's scoring me, like, I don't get mad. It's like, it's a tough shot. Like, you made a tough shot. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen again, but, this is a tough shot, and, you're going to have to make your best move, or something going to have to happen every time, because I'm giving it my all. And this is how I go. Like, this is how Penny and Coach Dez, this is what they put in me, because it's a different type of atmosphere. Like, when you're on defense, like, you shouldn't want the man in front of you, like, to even get past you. But, like, a person dribbling in your face too long, like, you should feel disrespected because, like, he's comfortable, like, just kind of just the mindset that I got, and that's the mindset that I want everybody on the team to have, and I'm trying to install that in them. And it just makes everything better. Just always having the good instincts and just knowing angles and just things like that. It's kind of fun out there. Like, you want to play defense because you can affect the game.
So what is that like, though, man? Honestly, like, let's not put your relationship with Penny into it. Playing for someone who wore the same jersey you wore, you're from Memphis, he's from Memphis. What is Penny's approach to? Because when I spoke to him, he's like, man, look, I'm from the M. Like, I tell these dudes, like, what it's like to wear the jersey, how hard you got to play, what it means, like, what for kids that aren't from Memphis. I wasn't from Memphis, but I played with Jeremy Hunt and guys like that from Memphis, and they're like, man, we from the M. We don't play soft. That's the, like you said earlier, y'all tough. Memphis is a tough city. So what is it like embracing kids that aren't from Memphis into you guys' culture? Because Memphis is a basketball city. And if you're not from something like that, you guys experience that at a young age. Middle school, high school, your games are packed. And a lot of people don't experience those things till they get there. So what is it like for you talking to teammates not from Memphis? Like, in the newspaper, people may say some bad things about them, things they're not used to. So how do you kind of help lead some of those dudes who don't know? How do you and Penny lead some of these guys who are used to that backlash they get when Memphis people don't see that toughness that they expect?
Okay. Man, the craziest thing with the type of guys that we got, we kind of got a lot of out of town guys, but man, they tough. They tough as nails. They're tough as nails. They don't simp. You know what I mean? Like they don't worry about things like that. If anything, they ready to, be match the same energy. Because they feel like where they come from, they're just as tough. They had to get it out the mud. Like those are the type of guys that we got. They don't understand the Memphis culture and the Memphis way, just off the history of everything that happened. So, I personally kind of like try to show it by example more than tell them, and put myself in a lot of situations to show and to test if they're going to be battle tested when the time comes, as in like just being extra physical in one possession, or just being just showing a lot of aggression, sometimes, and just to let them know, like, man, we do that around here sometimes. Sometimes we just got to go a whole possession where we just trying to show y'all that we here. It's not about basketball right now. It's about kind of stamping your manhood and, stamping that you're going to be the aggressor. And, we're not getting attacked. We're going to be the ones attacking. So, they kind of got that mindset already. But, like, once a guy like me or a guy just come out and show it, that's what I love about this team, that everybody can get with the same aggressive nature. And it's easier. Guys that catch on faster. And they be ready to go, man. That's one thing I can't say about these guys, man. They some pit bulls. They ready to go.
What's up, man? How's my guy Penny's demeanor? He doesn't yell in games. He's very calm. He allows you guys to play the mistakes, and that's probably one of the best things as a player. You don't got to look over your shoulder. Every time you make a mistake, you're gonna come out the game. He lets you guys play. And at the Florida game, he's allowing guys to be themselves. What's it like in practice? What's it like in games? What's it like playing for someone who is the caliber of Penny Hardaway? You know what I mean? Like what's it like? Because as a fan, I'm a former player, but I know Penny personally, but at the same time, I never played for him. And I know how you can tell he knows the game better than a lot of people, and he allows players to play. So what's it like in practice with Penny? Because I know he gets on guys. So what's that like for you? When do you know Penny's serious? How about that? Like, when do you know, like, oh, I got to turn up, Coach P ain't playing no more?
Yeah, man, the thing with Coach Penny, he's a player's coach. The one thing I love about him, he always put himself in a situation as in, what if I would have made that play in that situation? Would I want to come out the game? How would I feel? Like he does a great job of balancing that, knowing when to think like that and when not to. And that's one thing that I love about Coach Hardaway. We know for 100% fact that he knows the game. He knows exactly what he's talking about, because basketball is the only thing that he knows. He just want to be great. He always thinking 2-3 steps ahead at all times. And man, with the leash, he kind of he want guys to be themselves inside the offense. He gives everybody a lot of freedom. He never says anything about the type of shots you take. He just always want us to be strong. As long as you're making a strong move, man, you're good to go. And if you feel like you're gonna make a strong move every time, then you're good to go. Just kind of got to be unselfish, knowing who to play with, and sometimes guys got to know when to accept their roles and everything like that. But, man, Coach Penny does a great job of balancing all of that, and he just a great player coach, man. It's just the best thing that you can.
So if you can give me one story, whether it's middle school, high school, AU, college, when Penny just lit your ass up, when he just yelled at you like no other, what would it be?
So many. I gotta think of which one I want to talk about. We can go to the one story when I want to say we was in City of Palms High School, like my 10th grade year or 11th grade year. We were in the huddle. We were just bringing it in after a practice. We were kind of playing around. Me personally, I was the one doing the plan. I was joking around, and I kind of got caught. So, man, Coach Penny, he kind of, the team huddled up. Everybody went over there. We changing clothes. We putting our clothes back on. We think we good. He called my name like, "Hey, Lo, come here," like in front of everybody. So I'm like, But I'm thinking everything over. He kind of remembered, like he ain't let it go. And man, the whole way of me just walking towards him, man, he was just roasting me, man. Getting on me in front of everybody, man. Like was just telling me that I wasn't locked in. I gotta come on. I'm the leader. I gotta do this and that. And like moments like that kind of just it made me better, you know. Like when I kind of snapped out of it and wanted to like linger off, he didn't let me. You know, he did a great job of just staying on me, man. Even if he had to embarrass me in front of the whole team, like, how he did it. It's just what he had to do at the time, and you know, to stay away from those situations, man. I just stayed locked in. So it didn't happen often. It kind of happened once a year, maybe twice a year. You know, I'm a kid. I'm not perfect or anything. So like those type of moments, man, like they just priceless. Cause that'll happen, and 3 or 4 minutes later, we might crack a joke and we laughing again because we like, okay, I'm locked in. So now now we can just go back to being, you know, like big brother or big brother mode or anything. Like he does a great job of just balancing that. Not just with me either. Like he does it with a lot of players, are just trying to balance the coaching and balance the, you know, friendship and the relationship with the player. And I think that's another thing that goes unnoticed because he dedicated a lot of his time to us, man. And like that's just a blessing because he can do a lot of things, man. And he dedicated all of that to us. So we can't overlook that at all.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like I said, that's crazy because, you know, like I told you earlier, man, when I played, you know, Penny would always text me so much advice, man, like just always give me just gym after gym after gym after gym on just, you know, how to be a better player, like things I should have seen on the floor. And I'm like, man, like, you know, I think Penny embraces hard work. He embraces toughness. He like dogs. You know what I mean? He used to play pickup with us, and if he lost the game, and he was going crazy. And so, you know, you embrace his, like, the way he is. So, you know what I mean? Hey, little man, look, I appreciate – I know you had a long day of practice, man. I appreciate you jumping on with me. I'm going to get in contact with you, man. I need you and DJ to send me a jersey. I need it signed by both of y'all. I need a 0 and a 2 jersey.
I need one of your jerseys. I'm trying to hang up one of your jerseys. I want your autograph too.
I got you. You know, we exchange one, man. You know what? I'm going to try to come down when y'all play Houston at home. Okay. And check y'all out. I'll bring one down for you. You and DJ, man. So tell DJ when you see him today. I'm trying to get him on next. That's my other guy.
All right, for sure. I got you, DJ.
Yeah, I got you, man. But again, appreciate it. Tomorrow, do your thing. Beat the shit out them boys again, man. I'm gonna be watching.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.